Good evening, sports fans. Wednesday, National Signing Day, the first day when a high school football prospect can sign their national letter of intent. As always, plenty of Southeast Georgia and South Carolina Lowcountry student athletes putting those pens to paper. From the South Carolina Lowcountry to South Bend, Hilton Head's Jalen Sneed needed no luck of the Irish to sign with Notre Dame. The four-star linebacker, considered one of the top players in the entire country over the weekend, the Big 22 member named the state of South Carolina's Mr. Football. Despite a coaching change in recent weeks, Sneed, well, he's fired up to play for new Irish head coach Marcus Freeman and be part of that Notre Dame family.
Coach Kelly leaving wasn't a big deal for me because he didn't recruit me that much, but Coach Freeman being my main recruiter, it just was like a dream come true for me. You have the best college football in the country, and you have the best academics in the country, so just knowing that signing there, I'll be able to get either play in the NFL or get a really good job.
Well, after being committed to Auburn since February, Benedictine quarterback Holden Geriner officially signing with the Tigers. And talk about a big week for Geriner. Back on Friday, he helped lead Benedictine to a state championship, throwing for nearly 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. For the season, Geriner completed 68% of his passes for over 3,300 yards, 36 touchdowns, and listen to this, he threw just 3 interceptions. Geriner will actually enroll at Auburn early, beginning college classes and practicing with the Tigers early in the new year.
I grew up watching the SEC every single Saturday, so just to be able to, have my name just in that mix is really surreal, honestly. Just like I said, just growing up watching it every single Saturday is it's awesome to be able to get that opportunity, but I'm definitely going to make the most of it.
At Islands High School, versatile Shark standout Langston Lewis was making his college choice official. Lewis, who committed to Central Michigan over the summer, signing with the Chippewas Wednesday. The Big 22 member, well, he did it all while at Islands, receiver, defensive back, kick returner. Now he's experiencing something he watched his brother do a year ago, and that's sign a letter of intent.
It's a good feeling being in this position right now. Watching my brother sign last year, it gave me motivation to push even harder. I just kept pushing, and my friends and my family told me to keep working, just keep working.
Well, a pair of Big 22 members from Bullock County taking their skills down to the Sunshine State. Dave Williams takes us to signings at Southeast Bullock and Bullock Academy.
Well, Frank, Bullock County is representing big time on National Signing Day as a couple of different players from a couple of different schools are headed to the Sunshine State, starting here at Bullock Academy, where a Gator is becoming a Seminole. Big 22 member Rodney Hill broke all the records at Bullock Academy with over 2,400 career rushing yards and 30 touchdowns, while adding another 1,100 plus yards receiving with 16 more TDs. All of that caught the attention of Florida State.
It means a lot to me, with all my family and friends here and stuff like that. It means a big deal. It's always been a big dream of mine to make it this far. And, just thank God for letting me be in this position to be able to do this.
Meanwhile, in Brooklyn, it was a huge day for Southeast Bullock's Tyler Griffin, the star wide receiver taking his talents to the University of Central Florida.
It really means a lot. This dream's really coming true, things I used to do, think about when I was a kid. I really like the coaches, like the environment, like the players. They really got along with me.
In Bullock County, Dave Williams, WJCL 22 News.
All right, thanks so much, Dave. Well, it was a big Wednesday morning in Hazelhurst as 3 Jeff Davis football standouts and 1 baseball player were putting pens to paper. Big 22 lineman Nate Lewis signing with Georgia Southern. Mayan Conaway signing with Liberty, and C.J. Parker is headed to Kennesaw State. Meanwhile, Yellow Jacket baseball standout Matthew Glass, well, he's headed down to Tifton to hit the books and diamond at ABAC.
And all I wanted to do since a kid was play at Georgia Southern, and the dream came through, and I was just like, I don't even know. You can't even describe it, really.
This moment is what I've been waiting for ever since I started playing high school football. Like, you can't really put it into words how much it means to me.
But I've only been playing football 2 years, and Kennesaw State was the place for me and my family when I went up there on my first visit. So it's very great to get it done, and it's official now, so I'm ready to get up there and play.
From the moment I got on that campus, I knew this is the place for me. And when I met that coach, it was like 100%. It seemed like that. The coach was nice, facilities were amazing.
Only fitting that Barry Klein-Peter and Kenny Odom celebrate signing day together, because the Savannah Country Day combo has produced plenty of highlights over the years. Klein-Peter, one of the top signal callers in the state, signing with New Hampshire. He finished his high school career as the Hornets record holder in career touchdown passes and career passing yards. Odom, a star receiver and defensive back, missed much of his senior campaign after having shoulder surgery. He signed with Austin Peay.
It means everything, just something that you dream about since you're a little kid. So to be able to put it on paper and finally be signed to play college football means everything.
It's just a dream come true, really. As long as I remember, I knew I wanted to play football at the next level, so it's just a special moment for me and my family today. So.
Former Jenkins High School standout Jaquez Williams finally getting the chance to celebrate signing day with family and friends a little over a year after he committed to South Florida. The big defensive tackle signing with the Bulls Wednesday. Williams picking South Florida over the likes of Middle Tennessee, Navy, Army, and Florida Atlantic.
It's a blessing. Thanks to God, all this came through, and I just made it happen. Real fired up to get down there and pursue my dreams.
Georgia Southern signing 20 student athletes on National Signing Day, 17 from the state of Georgia. In fact, the Eagles signed the most in-state prospects out of all the FBS schools in the Peach State. 19 of the signees are high schoolers. One is a transfer from the University of North Carolina.
We will compete against anybody. And, you know, in this profession, you're not going to win all the battles, but if you outwork other people, you'll win most. And I really felt, you know, with the time that we were given, we outworked a lot of other programs. And that's the way we're always going to do, is try to keep our Georgia kids home.